You are so multi-skilled, so I've heard. Well, speaking of multi-skilled, can you sing, Mr. Rush?
You're obviously too young to remember my very highly praised Snoopy in You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown. And this was one of the things I did in my first year of being a professional actor back in the early 70s. I played the singing dog. It's a Broadway show. And in and around my career over 40 years, you know, when I was working with Jim Sharman at Lighthouse, we did a production of Pal Joey. I almost played the engineer in Miss Saigon.
Oh, almost. What do you like
Well,
to sing?
I was on the short list of two, and then Shine came along, and I'd been waiting around so long for that. I never found out whether I was going to get cast in Miss Saigon or not. But, you know, there is a tradition in musical theatre and musical book writing for a principal comic lead. You know, Zero Mostel is not Pavarotti, but he's an amazing kind of borscht belt vaudeville comedian who ate this role alive. Same with Nathan Lane, you know.
You're a little bit excited about this, aren't you?
Well, there are roles like Fagin, you know. I mean, Cameron McIntosh wanted me to do that at one point, but I thought, well, it means going to London, and 48,000 other people have played Fagin. Not that many people have played Pseudolus. So it's kind of, and I think of Pseudolus as one of the great comic parts.
How much are we going to laugh, do you think? I mean, how will audiences embrace this particular show?
Look, there's a kind of, it aimed in the early 60s to sort of clear the decks. Musicals had got very serious. You know, Rodgers and Hammerstein were writing beautiful, rich, lush tunes. South Pacific, it's a gorgeous piece. Sound of Music, you know what I mean? King and I, but they're all very dramatic and very kind of complex. And I think the comedians thought, you know what, we need one of those shows where we come on and we just tell them we're going to pull out every trick in the book on this show. It's a bit like the way that happened with The Producers 10 years ago. Suddenly it just became the hit show of the season because everyone was a bit, maybe they were a bit Miss Saigoned out, or you know what I mean? The big epics had kind of had their day, or there needed to be an alternative. I think it's always good when there's a balance.
Can I ask a question earlier? Re-ask it, I should say. What do you like to sing though? Like do you whistle tunes around the house? Are you do you sing on the tram?
No, I don't sing on the tram. No, I listen to music a lot. I'm a huge, fairly esoteric Broadway fan. Mm-hmm. So I can throw on a CD of God knows what, and I love accidentally if I'm listening to the ABC or sometimes 96.5 Inner FM. Or even on MBS, I listen to theatre tracks, Henry Sackwell, Thursday
and you sing along?
Of course I sing along, and I love it when he brings up the more obscure numbers. I just bought a book. I was going to the Melbourne Film Festival the other night, and I had a bit of time to kill. I walked into a bookshop, which people don't do that often these days, saw a fabulous big fat book on Irving Berlin. I thought, that's what I want to read next.
And just lastly, can I get your review of Save Your Legs? Because I spotted you in the audience.
Save Your Legs is great. And, at the Melbourne Film Festival, we opened with the Sapphires, which is going to go really through the roof. We're closing with PJ Hogan getting back together with Tony Collette in Mental. And at the Australian Academies this year, we showed a little scene from that just to whet people's appetites. And now we've introduced the centerpiece gala in the middle of the festival. So to have those three Aussie films bringing such history and heritage into play was so exciting.
It was wonderful. Thank you so much for your time.
Cheers.